Right, I'm going to go live.
Ooh.
Good evening. It is the 4th of February. Who can believe that? How did that happen?
Hurrah that it happened. No more January.
Well, or March, Vember, that seemed
March.
to be most of last year, let's be honest.
Oh my goodness me.
Has everybody got a drink? I've got a slightly tepid mug of Builder tea.
I have got one of Callum's Dead Man Fingers passion fruit rum and lemonade.
Oh,
It's very tasty.
you're pushing the boat out
Yeah.
tonight.
Yeah, see, you can't even taste it. But actually, I would have had Tia Maria had I been able to get into the Tia Maria.
Yes, so someone sent me a picture of a bottle of Tia Maria with the security clasp over the top of it and said, "How do I get into this?" And I'm thinking,
See, the thing is, it's happened a few times. While Phil was home, he's ordered a couple of bottles of Jack Daniels, and they've come with the wire round it and the circular tag that you
yeah,
get on clothes and things. And he's just gone and got his clipper things and cut the wire and put it in the bin. Not a problem. My one is fully encased in a plastic thing, which means there's no chance of me getting into it. Anyway, they did ring and they said if I wanted, I could take it back and get it returned and get it swapped. Well,
this is a home delivery item, is it not?
well, it was a click and collect.
Ah, okay.
She did say about like if this isn't good enough, because she rang and left an answer phone message. I was on the phone to the mother-in-law. She said if it's not good enough, please just let me know. Take it back next week when I get my next order. And do you know what? In the grander scheme of things, we're in lockdown. I don't need to be making a special journey to take a bottle of Tia Maria back. They said they'd come and deliver another one. I don't need them to make a journey to deliver me a bottle of Tia Maria.
I know. I had a couple of bits that I thought I'll get from Aldi this morning, and Mum and Dad were coming back from Barrow from their big shop.
Yeah.
And I said, well, wing into the Aldi at Ulverston and I'll meet you in the car park. Jake came with me so he could wave at them from a distance because obviously he's seeing a lot more people.
Yes.
I'm not, but obviously all socially distanced. So she sort of threw a bag of post and Christmas cards and other things like that in February, which I thought was really funny. And then I go to get the bag out of the car with the thing I meant to give to her, and she wanted me to pick up some BB cream.
All right. Okay.
She's got this little irritated bit of, I think it's early stage skin cancer, because occasionally she gets chemotherapy cream for it.
All right. Okay.
And it disappears, but then it's irritated for a while. So she covers it up with makeup if she has to go anywhere or see anyone, because it's red and angry and she doesn't want to look like she's been smacked in the face.
Obviously.
So can you go to Boots and get me the BB cream? Because I can't see what I'm buying. And the girls are all they're a bit snotty in that particular shop. So I thought, right, I'm going to have a look in Aldi, and I found the BB cream and I said, oh, it's really expensive.
Yeah.
Well, it was about £15 from Boots. I said, well, this is £3. But hands up which numbskull went all the way to Aldi and left the BB cream at home.
Oh.
Yeah, so I took all the other stuff I was meant to take for them, so that was fine, and they're happy enough. But yeah, what kind of a funny old day. Has everybody else had a good day? Who have we got in the house today? Say hello, let us know.
We've got some people. We've got a crowd, in fact.
Oh, Yvonne's here. We've not seen you for a while, Yvonne. I hope you're well. Yeah. Jessie's in the house. Hello, Jessie. Rita. Who else?
Hi, Rita.
Roll down. Rita's asking, am I cold because I look all bundled up? I wanted to put my poncho on, so I've switched the heating off, because otherwise, being a lady of a certain age, I would be sweating buckets.
I'd just like to point out that is the exact first thing I said to Lorraine when I got online with her. I said, are you cold?
Yeah.
Helen's with us as well. Talking about facial things, you know, as you're saying about your mum, I had to have a word with my daughter this week. I was very upset. So I'm sitting there watching Military Wives, the movie, the other night. Have you seen it?
I haven't, but yeah, I know of it.
Yeah, it's a good movie. I've seen it at the cinema. I thought I just want a nice, easy watch, put it on. Something was annoying me on my chin. I was having a little play. I was like, oh, I've got a spot under my chin. So I'm sitting there picking at it while I'm watching the movie. And I'm thinking, this isn't doing anything. It feels weird. What is going on? Eventually I get up, go and have a look in the mirror. There's a hair on my chin. Not only is it a hair, the hair's like this big on my chin. And I went into Caitlin and I went, and you've been letting me walk around with this on my face for God knows how long, and you didn't tell me. And she just sat there and laughed at me.
That's a bit mean, isn't it? I mean, she could have at least put a bow on it or something to let you know it was there.
Done something.
Were you channeling Captain Jack Sparrow? Was that the look you were going for?
I was going for, what's her name, out of Uncle Buck, the principal.
Oh, yes. I'm Molly Muscles Wart. Yeah.
That's I was channeling her.
I love that movie. So Jessie says the day's only just got going for her, but she's remembered the hot chocolate and the knitting today.
Oh, that sounds like a good combo.
Oh, so Yvonne says she's been skipping because she couldn't handle the Ravelry scrolling, but then got out of the habit. Oh, well.
You're a hard habit to break. Did you like that? Just snuck that one in there. Love it. Oh, Carol's with us.
Excellent.
We've got some fans tonight.
We've got a good amount of people.
Has everybody got a drink?
Yeah, what have you got? What's your beverage?
What's Jessie working on? Did she say what her whip was?
Oh, no, she didn't tell us.
That's shocking.
That scarf might have to come off in a minute.
I was going to say, you're going to get very warm.
Well, possibly.
I think you are. So I've got a hat whip going. Now, in the time that it has taken you to knit an entire poncho.
A plus size one, I might add. Plus size.
Yeah. Because you like them far too big for yourself, obviously.
Yeah.
I've managed this amount of a hat. I mean, must try harder.
It is a lovely hat, though. It is a lovely hat, though. Let's be fair.
And it does have a folded brim as well, so you know.
Oh yeah, double the effort. So there you are.
Exactly. Yeah.
Oh, so Yvonne's got a caller and is
Excellent.
knitting a sock. So, are you doing sock madness, Yvonne, or are you more sensible?
I think Helen's the only crazy cat, isn't she?
I don't know. She might be. I don't know.
I think she could be.
Very good.
So what have we got? Pipelines. What's going on, Loraine? Come on, tell us.
What have I got on the needles, or what was I planning to look at?
Both.
Okay, well, I've just managed to pull the last 2 stitches off the needle.
That's not clever.
Pulling it around, so it's okay. It's only 2 stitches. So that's a sleeve.
See, now that's much better. When you said to me a ribbed sleeve, I had visions of a whole sleeve that was ribbed. Is that what you meant originally?
The other one that I was talking about, it has a rib start, which is 2, 4, and 6 in sort of rotation to match the cable pattern.
Yeah, but it's
so I was planning that kind of just a panel of that down the center of a sleeve, like the way I've done the cable on this one.
Yeah, but
so not ribbed all over a sleeve.
I came out in a cold sweat. I thought, not only is it a sleeve, but it's fully ribbed.
I know, and if it was knit one, purl one, oh God, yeah, you just Yeah, shoot
No.
me now. Shoot me
Yeah,
now.
please.
Yeah, not good.
But that's nice. I like that sleeve. It's
So
got
I promised to tell everybody the Button Saga, and I will try and do it without the swearing that occurred the other day, because my goodness, the air was blue in this house. I was searching for buttons to go down the side, and then there's the bottom edge opposite side that's now at the back and I'm sat on. And the only ones I could find, because I'd used all my wretched buttons for these ear savers for the NHS, and
oh yeah,
never even thought about the fact that all of this had gone, and I got them for specific projects or to match particular yarns. So cost nothing. So I found some shell buttons, because they've got tiny little holes in them, haven't they? So I had to find this stupid little needle. This wretched thing. Can you even see it?
Barely. I mean, it's just a blur.
Well, I couldn't even see what end the wretched hole was in. So it insert word of choice, because I certainly said a lot more. And then I found some sewing thread that was the right colour to match the poncho.
Okay.
That was finer than mermaid hair.
Oh my goodness.
And then I spent 20 minutes trying to thread the wrong end of the needle because I couldn't see the needle properly. So I had so many lights on in the living room that I'm sure the neighbours and probably Cumbria police thought I was running a cannabis factory. It was so bright and hot in here. It was ridiculous. So I'm trying to sew on these stupid buttons. So I've done 8 rather than 10 on each section.
Yeah.
I made buttonholes for 10 just in case, for flexibility of fit. So I get these buttons sewed on, 16 buttons, try on poncho. Pick poncho up from floor because buttons are too small for flipping buttonholes.
Oh no.
So shake dog hair off poncho, sit down with magnifying glass and sharp scissors to snip off buttons, get all of the mermaid hair out of the fabric of the poncho. By this time, the air was really seriously blue, and the dogs were right at the back of the bed, almost pressed to the wall like furry wallpaper to keep out of the way of angry mama. I found some larger teal-coloured buttons, but didn't even have enough to do one side to try it on properly. So I sewed them on with some yarn and a fat needle, which was verging on satisfying, but had to have one of these because by the time you've gone through the button twice, it gets really, really tight and difficult. So I sorted that out. It would fit onto Victoria, my tailor's dummy, without falling off. But as soon as I put it on me, the tug of wrapping around me, and it fell off again. So online to find buttons, provided by Amazon. And I think they're almost a perfect match. They're almost invisible.
They're brilliant. I love them.
I think they're really good. Got slight sheen to them, sort of a shell effect.
Yeah.
So they arrived, and I eventually got them sorted and on. And so it's now on its 3rd set of buttons, and it's had a wash, and I've worn it since the start of this.
It's taken you longer to get the buttons on than it did to knit the entire thing, hasn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, it has. In terms of hours, the buttons, the swearing, there was no swearing during the knitting. There was absolutely no stress at all during the knitting.
You would definitely enjoy that, weren't you? Because you were like, oh, this is quite mindful, you know.
It was really relaxing.
Yeah.
So Jessie says she's frogging the rainbow heart mitts that I've been working on for my oldest. Need to go up a needle size, but I think I can get it back on track quickly enough.
Oh, right, okay.
Well, it's not so bad if you've got a plan, is it? Oh, Yvonne says no sock madness for me. Tried that once, but too much stress for a hobby. Really is. I think for me, well, I'm not a sock knitter for a start, but just the pressure of being told what size I can make, what patterns I've got to choose from, and
I think I was considering doing it again, but last time I did it, I wasn't working at all. I just had my knitting business and that, and I didn't mind taking the time because I wasn't a proficient sock knitter, and I thought I would learn quite a lot, and I did learn quite a lot, and it was useful. But now I think I would find it too stressful. Is ahead of me, everyone else is getting away from me, and I don't think I would enjoy that.
Yeah, really do the comparison thing when it comes to speed of knitting or quality of knitting. I just think this is for my enjoyment.
I do get quite competitive though, which is really naughty. I shouldn't.
Yeah. Monopoly and the village quiz. I've banned Mike from going because he had a hissy fit last time when Maggie decided that the Gucci logo wasn't the logo was on my bag, which is a genuine Gucci bag from Liberties, and tried to apply that it was some sort of that it was a knockoff from eBay, and I was absolutely furious. But I just left it. I thought it's a charity thing. It doesn't matter. It's a village quiz.
Yeah.
But he really let us down on one particular one because he's a big fan of Napoleon and has read quite widely about Napoleon's life, and every documentary or film or anything else where he's even vaguely mentioned Mike will have seen it, watched it, read it, whatever. And they said, "What's his horse called?" And he sat there.
Trigger.
And he didn't know. I did.
What was it?
Marengo.
Who's Trigger?
That's Roy Rogers. And Dale Evans.
Who's Silver?
That's the High Ho Silver Away.
The Lone Ranger.
The Lone Ranger, yeah, the master man.
Yeah. See, I'm not very good either.
Oh, Yvonne says sock madness isn't good when you've got tiny feet either. When you're told to make something that would go up to your crotch.
To be fair, they do say you have to know that you're not going to necessarily have a pair of socks that you can wear at the end. So.
Yeah, I think you got to be quite competitive.
Or just love knitting socks for the sake of knitting socks.
Yeah, absolutely. So I've put together a little bit of a bundle of a couple of things to look at. So there shouldn't be a massive scrolling.
Well, do we have a genre, a category, a theme? Is there a theme?
Caught my eye.
All right, okay.
It's the nearest we've got to a theme. So this is Michael Harrigan, who was in the gift along this time.
Oh, it was his first year, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. He's got some lovely stuff, actually.
Yeah, some really nice colour work.
Yeah.
Can you see that okay?
I can see that. It's lovely.
So, Fair Isle Blocks, that one's called.
Very elegantly draped in that.
This one's a free pattern, and it's called Autumn, and it's a yoked sweater in bulky or chunky weight wool, but I think it'd be very easy to adapt to Aran weight.
I really,
because the gauge is very close.
But I can wear them.
And I like the cuff detailing as well on that one.
It's just gorgeous. I love the colours. I love the pattern. I just wish it'd look nice on me. That's a lot of work in a jumper there to offer the pattern for free.
It is. No finished projects yet, unfortunately. So, yeah, that really caught my eye. And perfect colours as well. Very, very nice. I like these because they're the ginger fox socks.
Yeah.
What, you know.
What does the fox say, Lorraine?
Is it ring-a-ding-ding or something like that? Ring-a-ding-ding-ding-ding-ding, ring-a-ding. Oh.
I could ask Siri.
You could ask Siri.
Maybe later.
Yeah, I think they're quite cute. I like the little bit of colour work. I like the toes.
Bulky.
They look like they're Aran or bulky. Oh, it's double knit.
Oh, wow. Perfect.
3.75mm needles. I'd need to use a 4 because I knit really tightly in a small circumference. So anyone who's watched before knows that I like Sari Nordland, and these are her latest socks.
Would you be knitting those, Lorraine?
No.
Is it anything to do with the fact that they're 4-ply, maybe?
Absolutely. And I'm going to be mean now. There's a little hole in the heel there.
Yeah.
But very pretty.
They are lovely. I like the colour.
I really love that sort of foxy red. She uses that quite a bit.
And they go with the jumper that she's modelling it with as well.
Yeah, I like these for a basic slouchy sock. Anna Karin.
Oh, those are lovely. Comfy.
Nice garter toe.
Oh, I like a bit of garter.
Or is it reverse stockinette? Might be reverse stockinette. Because that'd be nice and smooth on the inside, wouldn't it?
Ah, not crunchy on the outside.
Yeah.
Yeah. Crunchy on the outside, smooth on the inside. Is it an armadillo?
Do you know, it might be. We need to ask that question.
You think I'm just absolutely crackers, don't you?
Most of the time. But I've got used to it now. I just liked this. I thought it was fun.
Let's have a look. Oh, wow.
Greenhouse cushion.
Love it.
I don't personally like to do intarsia. I would rather stab myself in the eye with a fork. It's not my thing, but I do appreciate the kind of beautiful designs you can create. And that almost looks like big stitches, doesn't it?
Okay, so here's one for you. Cushion or the 4-ply socks?
Socks.
Something I thought I'd never hear you say a couple of.
I would rather do anything than intarsia. I absolutely hate it. This just takes me back to when my brother was a little boy with his Action Man and hundreds of toy guns in the house. And Mum and I, mostly me, Mum would sew them together. I would knit little cable sweaters and jumpers and balaclavas for his Action Men. And that just reminds me of that. I just
Those
think
would
that's
look
great.
on the Christmas tree as well, wouldn't they?
They would be nice decorations. I don't know who this woman is.
I've heard of her. She is the biggest PITA that you've ever known in your life.
Is that like a PE teacher? Is it like that?
No, it's a pain in the.
So see, and is that dandruff?
No.
I knew the answer to that question before, so I'm just winding up. I think some of the photographs that people have done, and this one with
I know, it's so cute,
absolutely adorbs, and this beautiful girl.
She's just stunning, isn't she?
Absolutely lovely.
And you know, you got to ask a young person because they just know exactly how to model it, don't they?
Oh, don't they just?
Yeah. Oh, I like that.
She's not doing the trout pout though. You'll have to have a word with her about that because we like a bit of trout pout.
She hasn't got the dodgy eyebrows either. Maybe it's just a British thing.
Possibly. I love the name of this and the really kind of acidic green. Just great fun.
Lovely.
What's everybody think?
Can you click on the other one in the different colour?
Hang on a second. Helen's saying she likes the Anna Karin socks. Lovely loungewear.
Perfect for lounging.
Is that one? Is that someone else's?
Lovely, isn't it? It just makes the pattern pop in that colour.
It does, doesn't it? I think the other one, I love the colour, but it's overwhelming and I'm not seeing the details.
Yeah. I mean, even just the increase going up on the, what's the word I'm looking for? You know,
the raglan.
That's the word. Well done.
Yeah, one of us was paying attention.
I just now, work it out.
Now this reminded me of when you were doing your cookery course.
Oh, my Swedish chef. I just want to go urdy.
Isn't it marvellous? Isn't he adorable?
He is brilliant.
He's got a little fishy on his little dishy.
Has he?
Yeah.
And I look at his hand. He's even doing like
Buffy. Isn't he marvellous?
He is fab.
By Susan Cowper. And I love the little details of the neckerchief and his little apron and the buttons on his chef's whites. I just, love it. Absolutely love it. This one, let me start by saying, and this isn't a derogatory comment, it's nothing special. Okay. It's a simple pattern with garter ridges, little bit of lace, some texture.
Yeah.
But how effective is that as a garment?
It's fab.
because of the colours that she's chosen.
Yeah.
You know, the sort of the light warmish pinky brown to a slightly darker, and then to a darker warm brown, but not too deep.
Yeah.
All sort of tone on tone, and lovely texture there on the bands slip stitch pattern. I just think very, very clever. Very much like it.
It's really nice. I'd wear that.
That's the tree back cardigan. And her hair looks like mine when it gets wet.
Gorgeous.
So, Seawall Mitt, Mary O'Shea. I think she was in the gift along this time, wasn't she?
All right.
I really like the colours.
Those are lovely. Yeah.
Love the sea blue, almost a touch of green to it in places. The heathery purple, and then that sort of foxy brown. And there is a hat to go with it as well. I think you get a discount on the set. So, yeah.
It looks a bit like Rowan tweed or something. Felted tweed.
Mary Walling British breed yarn. Obviously, that's going to be a Rowan one, isn't it?
Yeah.
Now, this pattern is in Icelandic.
Oh, wow.
Just to say. But gratuitous dog photograph.
I mean, it's a winner.
Yeah.
That dog is just the most handsome.
But very simple stitch pattern, just in colour blocks and beautiful colours. Look at the blue and the yellow, and there's a little bit of teal and a bit of darker brown going through that yarn. Really lovely textures. And that face, look at those eyes.
He's like, what's happening?
Oh, Carol says the gloves are really pretty, Mary O'Shea's gloves, yeah.
They are.
But I'm sorry, I want this dog.
He is absolutely gorgeous.
It's now my dog.
You'll have to send her a message and say, right, that dog.
Yeah, it's mine. Now, I picked this one because it's a smooshy garter shawl. It's got great big whopping tassels on it. I can see Helen diving for the yarn because it's going to be something you could wrap around your shoulders.
Oh, yeah.
And naughty men or naughty children could be suitably bonced by that large tassel. But then I looked at this photograph, and it kind of says to me, take the picture now before I kill you with the camera.
She said, just you wait until later.
Yeah, you are so dead. If I've got more than one chin, I don't know. It's just
bad to laugh.
There's a lot going on there, isn't there? Possibly. Yeah. And it's beautiful. It's a lovely neutral brown. I love it with the warm coloured jacket. It tones with the sunlight on her hair. Very neutral makeup. Really pretty outfit. Beautifully styled.
She just has a little bit of a look of Helen about her, actually.
What, that? Don't West me through or you're dead. That.
Yeah, well, that one, and also the fact that she could just be about to burst into laughter. You're not quite sure.
Yeah, but I thought that was great fun, and I think it's really well styled and lovely photographs, and that's by Emily Marie Davies. So what do we think of Cecily? Helen says, surprise, surprise, I love that shawl.
That's not a surprise.
Now, I am a big fan of Isabel Kramer. I'm going to say that before I say anything else.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to say, but.
Uh-oh, here we go.
Love the back.
Yeah.
I don't do drop shoulders, but lots of people do. And, you know, she does tend to wear oversized for her own samples. So maybe other people will have gone different sizing. But for me, that sort of boat neck thing, I'd feel like I was being strangled. I like the central column of the pattern up the front now, and I like the folded cuffs.
It reminds me very much of The Weekender by Andrea Mallory, or whatever her name is.
Yeah, possibly. And then you've got one that looks like Rios or something similar, kind of kettle dye thing going on.
So she's got more in the front on that one, hasn't she?
Yeah. And I'm sure lots of people, I think, I'm going to sound awful, but if you've got no boobage at all, boat neck is fantastic because it draws the eye up to the face and people don't notice that you've got a little chest.
Okay.
If you've got a big chest, however, a boat neck sort of makes the expanse of your bosom look 10 times bigger than it really is. So there's a perfect example of a very slim lady, not massive, and how beautifully that drapes on her.
Yeah.
Really, really lovely. And it looks nice on this lady who's got boobs and curves, but has obviously thought about size because it's not as oversized on her.
You not think she's put some shaping in that, maybe?
I don't think she has. It's ridden up at the front because there's a slip stitch in the pattern.
Right, okay.
And that's making the front higher than the back, which sort of gives the illusion of some shaping, but I don't think she's actually added any. And there's another one that's obviously worn very oversized.
So is it reversible? Are they just wearing it the other way round?
How do you mean?
Well, some of them have got the small amount in the back and then the big amount of patterning in the front. And some of them have got the other way round. I'm wondering if it is literally you just knit it and then you can wear it whichever way round you want.
Yeah, I'd still be thinking.
It doesn't look like there's a specific front or back, is what I mean.
Yeah. So anyway, I love her designs and it will be a great fit. But not my style, but I think a lot of people would look really great in it. This isn't a new pattern, it's Winterfell cardigan, but it popped up on my feed earlier today, and I love the simplicity of those diagonal lines. Really nice, very simple, a great basic, and you know, nothing going on in the back. All the detail is on the front, so almost all the rest of it you're kind of resting and relaxing. So not a terrifically complex knit, but very pretty.
I love that one. That's
this is Isabel again. Don't ask. I really like a contiguous shoulder.
Okay.
And I like the line of that seam, and you basically continue that until you get to the point of your shoulder bone.
Yeah.
And then you start with sort of more of the armhole shaping and the widening of the sleeve. And so it's quite an adaptable fit. And there's one that she's got with a couple of, you know, a strand of mohair and a strand of something else.
She's wearing her PJ bottoms there.
Oh, do you know, it wouldn't surprise me. She's usually got, like this one, she's got amazing jeans. She's always got jeans with tons of snaps and things.
Got into the Zoom thing there with the whole let's just do the top.
Oh yeah, there's definitely some trackies there. But you know, just a nice pattern. And my kind of go-to for a t-shirt is definitely Edie again by Isabel Kramer. Wow. And you can easily make this long sleeved, and it's very adaptable and just a good basic, you know. So.
Yeah, it's nice.
Oh, Helen's apologising for being late. Helen, don't worry. You can come and go as you like.
You don't need a note from Mum.
No, absolutely. We're just glad to see you at all. So, although I expect a doctor's note if you're going to miss the end.
You can't leave early, would you?
Yeah, doctor's note or something like that, I think.
Yeah.
So my dad used to say with the business years ago that yes, you can have a day off, but you got to bring in your own death certificate. So this is the what's it sweater? I'm not saying it. So Salaulu. Yeah,
it's that one.
Yeah, it's just really pretty. I really like the flowers. I like that she's done a sketchy woo for the schematic. I think it's fun.
Yeah, I think I'm going to have to. It's much easier than trying to wrestle with a program.
Well, then I think sometimes it can be better. Sometimes I'll do a faded out photograph of the actual sweater. And that can work quite well.
It's lovely.
This was a pattern from Unit Toronto. It's another yoke sweater. But I like that we can see it on different body shapes and sizes. And there's a lady with ample boobage there, but it still looks good. It's not overwhelming. So I just wanted to say, sorry? Can I wear a yoke sweater?
Yeah.
I can, yeah.
Cool. I love them. I absolutely love them. They just don't like me.
Now I've gone with my croft. It's another Isabel Kramer. I'm sorry, it's not the Isabel show, I promise. But I was watching Enola Holmes again this morning before I went out, and that just made me think of my croft. And I like the very simple sort of broken rib that's going on the cuffs and the upper body, and very simple, clean lines.
Yeah.
Another Sari Nordlund. This is her latest one, I think, Odette. It's
twisted rib.
Yeah, and she's usually double stranding a fingering weight or a lace weight with the kid silk or something.
Yeah.
And there's the original black one that she made, that she had her original photos and then realised she better make it in a lighter colour or nobody would be able to tell what the sweater was like.
Yeah.
But yeah, just a nice wardrobe basic and very nicely photographed.
And we all need the basics, don't we?
Yeah. Every girl needs a rabbit.
Oh, Bun.
Isn't that adorable?
That is adorable.
Look at that little face. And look at this pile of bunnies.
What is the collective noun for bunnies?
I don't know.
Helen will know.
She might know.
Oh, look.
There's the mummy with the baby. Isn't that just adorbs?
Oh.
So, yeah, and it's £1 for the teeny tiny bunny. I think everybody needs a teeny tiny bunny. This really leapt out at me.
Okay.
Anchor Point by Jennifer Beale. I don't know if it's not Jennifer Beale off the telly. I don't think so. But I like that it's got the Fair Isle thing going on. Stranded colour work and then lace for sort of the cowl. And lace for the sleeves. Very delicate, very pretty.
It's really nice.
And we see a couple of other people. There's a bit of blue. Blue just for Emma.
Beautiful.
And another photo.
Gorgeous.
And there's the warmer one there.
It's really nice, isn't it?
Very, very pretty. That's got Anchor Point. What do we think of that?
I do like that. Helen says it's an orgy.
Is it?
But then the other Helen Curzon, says it's called a casserole.
A casserole of rabbits. Yeah, both probably equally true. Carol says she's got to make one of those. Is that the bunny, Carol, or the orgy?
Yeah.
Available to order from the Everywhere pullover. Speaking of orgies.
What? Hey?
So this is one from Biscot Yarns, and she says in the romance text that she's made herself this sort of basic drop shoulder sweater.
Yeah.
But she wanted to make it in several yarn weights. So rather than issue several patterns, what she's done is include the instructions for different yarn weights in the one pattern. So she said you can then use different bases, and you can have sort of a cheaper yarn or something for your everyday work sweater.
Yeah.
Or you can have a nice, like you can do a fade or something like that for a special occasion, or stripes for a day at the boat club or whatever. But, kind of to have it as your uniform jumper.
One's got pockets.
I just really like the fact that it's any gauge, and that's quite a lot of work to go into the pattern.
Yeah.
But, obviously good value for the knitter.
Definitely.
Alicia, couldn't have a day without Alicia, could we? Alicia. And she messaged me yesterday, because I've kept in touch with her to see how Justin was while he's been ill with COVID, her fella. And he is fully recovered. I'm glad to report. And she said he'd been doing all the breathing exercises that I'd sent the information for. So.
My sister's poorly with it at the minute.
Yeah, it's not nice.
No.
But I thought you'd like this because there's a bit of blue going on and a bit of purpling.
I like that.
There's sort of a cropped version, which I can imagine you wearing because you like your layering and your longer shirt underneath.
I'd like that. I'd like the top longer as well, though.
Yeah, I'd like the top a lot longer. And I actually quite like a cowl neck. I know that you're not keen.
No.
And for ladies with a Mahusif bust, depending on how big the cowl neck is, if it's very drapey and not too far down the chest, then it can actually draw the eye up and away from the bosom. But if your cowl neck is too huge, then it will say, "Here are my tits, please take them."
I mean, I do like a cowl neck and that, and you know, turtlenecks and all the rest of it. I think they look lovely. I just get too hot and I start pulling at them.
But I really like the yarn that she's chosen for that. Very, very. Sunrise Fibre Company Vintage DK and Little Fox Yarn Linnea. I don't know which sample is which, but
no.
Sorry, I can't be more specific. But
well, it's just not good enough.
Alicia's latest. Picked out a couple of projects. So this is Pollen. It's one of Just Andy's projects in the Garment Along in the After Party group.
Nice.
Just thought you might like to see that. When I wanted to show you this first. Okay, so remember the detail from that sweater. Is that the same sweater?
I can't remember.
Can you tell that it's the same sweater? Can you see that?
I just looked 2 seconds ago and I couldn't even tell you.
Yeah, so she's picked this lovely bright colour and it's called Pollen, and that's a better photo because you can see the texture and the cables. But in this one, I've no idea what's going on with the knitting. And it's a shame because it's a lovely shape. She's a beautiful girl. It's a good fit. It's a really nice pattern. So that's why I wanted to show you Andrea's first.
Yeah, because
so that you could see how beautiful it was.
It's lovely and you can see the pattern and everything. It's gorgeous.
This is a test knit that Rose Gill, Kate Poe is doing for Lyudmila Arsenic. There's a name to die for.
I just see what you did there.
Yeah, isn't that pretty? And I really like the yarn combination. We probably see it better here, where it's sort of coming together really nicely.
That is nice.
And there's all the yarn porn photographs that I thought you would like to see.
Wow.
For the gradient set. So yeah, that's gonna. I don't know what the pattern's going to be called. Is Carol paying attention?
I don't think
Carol watching, because this is hers. So it's the Not Perfect's worsted sock arms, and I just wanted to say, don't these yarns look like they were made for one another?
They really do.
The coloured one is the sort of rainbow effect is Barocco Sesame.
Oh yeah.
And the other one's by someone else whose name I can't remember till I have a look here.
Right.
Stolen Stitches Newer Worsted. So is that Carol Feller? I think that is Carol Feller.
Right.
It's one of her yarns. But those colours together look like somebody's designed those to work together.
They're amazing together.
I know, I really want some of the Barocco Sesame, but you can't get it over here without ordering it from the States. So
that's disappointing.
'Tis a shame. But 'tis beautiful. So I thought you'd all like that.
Yeah.
Now, this is a cast on by PJ. She has knitted a swatch.
Ooh.
There is the yarn.
Ooh.
And she didn't twist the cast on. So that's medal winning on its own.
God, yeah.
So it's a jade green, so she's called it Only Semi Precious.
Oh,
and it's clever. Norma Jean by Mary E. Rose, which is a lovely sleeveless tee.
Oh, that's lovely.
Isn't that pretty? And doesn't Alison look wonderful in it?
Her Alison, not our Alison.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Oh, look at the back.
Mm.
You'd see my bra, though, unfortunately.
So, and this is Lisa's.
Gorgeous.
A lovely photo of the back. Very nice fit, like the skirt.
I like the colour.
Yeah, beautiful. So I thought you'd like to just see what sort of whips and such had caught my eye.
What everyone's working on. We like a little rummage in the knicker drawer.
Well, we do. We do. So I need to share screen again on something else.
Okie dokie.
So I did.
Go on.
get a photograph yesterday of my sweater in progress. That's my sleeve.
Ooh.
That's in Starcraft Special Iron, and it's the oatmeal colourway.
Yeah.
So I want to stop that one. And then the other one is I've finally got a picture of me in the poncho.
Yeah.
Not looking menopause. Oh, that's not it at all, is it?
No, we've just seen that one.
Oh, honestly, you can't get the staff.
No, not at all.
That bit,
the pandemic.
That one. So you just have to excuse the dirty light switch, and there's an end. Who missed the end? Who missed that? And then there's scratches on the door where the dogs have scratched the paint.
But always an end hanging around somewhere.
But yeah, you can see the cable. It took 2 washes to get the drape.
It's fab.
But yeah, it's quite comfortable. Surprisingly so. I might be a poncho convert after that.
Ooh, we have Helen to thank for that, don't we?
And or blame. It was
on your point of view.
Well, it was definitely blame the other day when I was battling with with all of those buttons.
Did you see on the news this week the retired police officer that's going round and putting toppers on the post boxes?
No.
Oh, it's hilarious. Shall I show you?
Yes.
Hang on. Let's have a look. Share screen. What am I sharing? Application window. No. Chrome tab. I'm sharing this one. Right. Okay. Here we go. So she's made. Can you see these? There's a little beach scene. And that one's a mole coming out of the top.
Oh, love it.
Little octopus.
Oh, good grief.
How fab. And she's just going around to the local area. Hang on, there was a better one. I don't know if it's in this one. There, that's the one. Look at that.
Oh, wow.
I mean, I watched that on the news and I was, oh my goodness, I'm not worthy. Those are some knitting skills right there.
Well, in the crochet as well.
So she's done crochet on the topper and then she looks like she's knitted the actual toys.
Wow.
How fab is that?
That's absolutely brilliant.
Yeah. I just thought you'd appreciate that. That was actually on GMB.
Oh, was it?
Yeah. A little something to cheer everybody up.
Well, sometimes we just need it, don't we?
Yeah, we do. Hang on, I'll just have a little quick go on me. Yeah, that's better.
I don't know if anybody was in the after party group earlier, but Disney Hippie was in there and was talking about her. She's got several pairs of mitts on the go.
Mm-hmm.
And I confess to laughing out loud and almost falling off the chair when she said the list of patterns she was working on, and number 3 or 4 was the other left.
Oh, yeah.
Where she made 2 left.
Oh, I love it. Did she not just wear it upside down? It'll be fine.
Thought, yeah, that would be me. That would absolutely be me.
Be me. So do you like my wool?
It is beautiful. Is that double denim?
That one's double denim.
That's Stylecraft Bellissima, yeah.
And this one's Freya, and it's a brand new one, and it's called You and Me, and it's acrylic, but it's got the feel of cashmere or something. Apparently, it does feel lovely and soft.
Yeah, Signet Yarns did something like this a few years ago. It was called Silk Caress, and it was a fabulous soft feel. It was actually really hard to tell from a cashmere yarn. It amazing what they can do with the textures and stuff. But yeah, lovely colours.
So I'm loving this one. Can't wait to finish.
I think the You and Me yarn is meant to be sort of mummy and daughter patterns from what I saw.
Yeah, the collection that they've released are definitely mother and daughter ones. Because somebody on Twitter was saying they're really lovely, but what about, for little boys as well?
Oh, I had a bit of a bank issue.
Oh, no.
No, not that kind of bank issue.
Oh.
So I have a card for one of my businesses with Lloyd's. And to get onto internet banking, you need a card reader.
Yeah.
Mine died.
Okay.
So 3 weeks or 4 weeks or whatever, and the new reader arrived at my dad's, not here.
Okay.
So I've been waiting to get that off my dad.
Yeah.
My card had expired, so I needed the new card off my dad. I'll have to activate and verify my identity, for which I need this and the card, none of which I had. I get onto internet banking today and it says, press confirm identity, enter the PIN number for your card. I've never actually used it for an in-person transaction, ever. So I went through the whole big file of everything from the bank.
Yeah.
And I've never had a PIN number. So I spent 20 minutes on the phone with Lawrence from Glasgow, who was really sweet, very helpful. And he said, yeah, we've never sent you a PIN. I'm really sorry about that, but there's never been one sent out. So I've been sat there thinking, oh, is it this?
It's no wonder you don't know it.
So, yeah. So here we go. I am the kiss of death.
I'm sitting here now thinking I can't remember what my PIN number is now, because it's been so long since I used it. I just use the contactless, and actually 9 times out of 10 I just use my phone. I don't even use my card. I can't even tell you what my PIN number is.
I know mine, but not that one, because obviously I've not had it. But yeah, I did feel a bit of an idiot, because he said, well, can you get into internet banking? I said, well, no, because I have to verify my identity, for which I need the PIN and an active card. But I can't activate the card without the PIN.
That is like you're going to be stuck in a flipping circle there, aren't you?
Oh, good grief. Yeah, so it could have been worse.
Oh, my goodness me.
So here we go. It's the buttons all over again.
Well, what exciting things have we got coming up in the next few weeks then, Loraine?
Well, we were supposed to start the poncho along, which was going to start at the beginning of February. We were going to deal with that on Sunday. But then we had a bit of an illness issue, didn't we? You weren't feeling very well, so we went on Sunday. So basically now until the end of April, we will be ponchoing along on here.
Start singing then, but no, I won't.
Yeah, so if you make one, join in, and if you're not, just post anyway. Ooh and R over everybody else's and encourage them. We've got the Around the World Stitch Along starting February. What date is that, Emma?
Around the world, around the world. Is it the 15th?
I think it's the 15th.
Monday the 15th.
Thereabouts.
You've skipped something very important that's happening the day before that.
No, I haven't.
Oh. Okay. Around the world, around the world. Sorry, I'm just having fun here. Go on, carry on.
The day before that, on the Sunday, Valentine's Day, is the anniversary of Knitting Across the Pennines. It will be our first year.
Woo woo!
So obviously Emma's a little bit excited.
I am.
and I'm obviously holding back the excitement really well.
I'll have a special song.
And is there going to be a special verse? And
yeah, definitely.
Definitely an outfit.
Yeah, or I'm going to wear my sparkly top. And I might partake of an adult beverage, which I don't normally do on a Sunday afternoon. Normally it's just, Thursday evenings. But it's a party. You can't have a party without a beverage.
Well, no, you can't. I won't be able to join you on that because I'll have to pick Jake up from work. But there you are.
You'll have to get some of that non-alcoholic gin that they're selling.
Why would I pay for non-alcoholic alcohol when I can just have squash?
Well, because it's supposed to taste exactly the same as gin and tonic. Although, to be fair, I have a tonic and I feel like I'm having a gin and tonic anyway, so I don't quite understand that.
Oh, I got some rum essence, and every now and then, just to wind them two up, I will rub rum essence around the glass, the rim of the glass, and then fill it with Coke and convince them it's a rum and Coke, and they get quietly drunk.
Sounds sounds like a good plan.
Because it's all subliminal.
It is. Definitely is. Definitely is. No,
So,
no, Helen, you can do that if you would like to. Have you seen what Helen has suggested?
I think you should wear everything you've knit in the last year. I'm definitely up for the challenge if I've still got it. If it's been gifted, then no.
Is it going to be a day of no heating, doors and windows open?
Yeah, and all the fans on. Ice down the front of your top. So yeah, I've got the heating off and the dogs are huddled in the back of their bed because, you know.
Well, it's a good job I no longer have the knickers, because how on earth I'd fit into those, I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah. I put them on my head.
Yeah, but you could thing a thong.
I could thing a thong, yeah.
You could definitely thing a thong.
Yeah.
So that would be good. What else have we got planned? Oh, we're going to do a Christmas in July, but we're calling it Giftmas in July. The plan being that we get ahead with our gifting before events like the gift along.
So that we can selfish knit.
Yes, so we can selfish knit, choose stuff for ourselves and get the gifting out of the way.
I think so.
Carol says you should sing every song you've sung on here.
Do you know, though, Lorraine, I think Carol's very interested in my singing. I think she likes it secretly.
I think she does, and I think you should do a special recording just for Carol.
I will do one on Sunday. Will Carol be with us on Sunday?
What about I'd like to teach the world to sing in perfect harmony?
Well, today I have a special song because I've been listening to Absolute Radio.
Right.
And he's been doing something called the 100 Collection.
Okay.
Different records in this 100 Collection, and he's gone on to the movies, right?
Yeah.
And one of the albums that didn't make it into the movie section was the soundtrack to The Lost Boys.
Oh, People Are Strange.
Yeah, but I've decided I'm gonna sing one of the songs from The Lost Boys on the way out today.
Which one?
You know, the one that it says "Thou shalt not." That one. I'm gonna spoil it. You know.
Okay.
Is it called like "Pray Little Sister" or something?
I don't know. It's so many years since I've seen it. The only one I remember is People Are Strange.
Oh, People Are Strange is a good one. I'll save that one for another day, because that is a good one.
And how terrified I was watching that as a teenager. Absolutely bricked myself.
I've got it on DVD, on Blu-ray. Caitlin and I love that movie.
Yeah, Kiefer Sutherland.
I know. It's a good movie. It's one thing I can't stand about this town: too many goddamn vampires.
It's all good. Yeah, you couldn't say that the first week.
You have that treat for on the way out.
Oh, and we had snow. We had about 1.5 inches of snow that lasted. Which is the only inches I've had in a very long time, I must say. And they didn't last long, which is just.
It's just typical, you know.
And I just, yeah, I don't know what to tell you. 1.5 inches and it was gone by midday. And then it was floppy floods.
Well, you know.
Yes.
More tofu than cucumber.
Well, yeah, I mean, the drive to get Jake to work was not particularly nice. The drive back was terrifying.
Mm.
And then I had to try 4 different roads to find a route out that wasn't flooded when I got him in the evening. And he said, "Do you mind if we go to Asda's on the way back?" And I just went, "Sod off." I said, "Yes, I do mind. I'd like to get home before I have to get an aqua car."
I mind.
Oh, blimey.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, Ruth says, you guys take a joke for so much longer than Americans do with a completely straight face. I love it.
I don't know what she means.
I've no idea. No idea.
No, no.
It's could it be the 1.5 inches? I don't know.
Over the weekend, but whether I'll get them or not, I really don't know. I keep looking out the window to see if it's going to arrive.
Oh well, you never know, do you? Right, are you going to do your song? Are you going to count us out? Have you done a vocal warm up? Vocal warm up.
I've been watching YouTube videos on how to warm up properly. Yes, I feel that's good. Are you ready?
Do you know, I sounded a bit like that when I was in Labour with Jake. Not the political party. I mean, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. We won't go there. I'm sure I sound much different than that. So I will see you on Sunday.
Yeah, we'll see you Sunday, but not next Thursday. We'll tell you about that Sunday. Yeah.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.